Hey folks, this is David McKnight, author of The Power of Zero and Tax-Free Income for Life. If you're anywhere close to retirement, chances are your portfolio includes a healthy dose of bonds. After all, bonds are supposed to be the safe part of the portfolio, the place you turn to for stability, lower volatility, and modest returns when the stock market gets turbulent. But in today's video, I want to challenge that traditional thinking, because the reality is there's a modern alternative that can give you better returns, lower risk, and a smoother ride in retirement. Today we're talking about why it may make sense to replace the bonds in your retirement portfolio with a fixed index annuity, and how doing so could lead to a much better outcome for your retirement. Let's start by looking at the historical role of bonds in a retirement plan. For decades, financial advisors have followed the conventional wisdom of the 60-40 portfolio, 60% stocks, 40% bonds. As you approach retirement, that ratio shifts even further in favor of bonds. The idea is to reduce your exposure to market risk and create a more predictable income stream. But here's the problem. Today's bond market isn't built like it used to be. Bond yields are still below their historical averages, and many analysts believe they'll stay that way for the foreseeable future. And if inflation picks up again, the value of your bond holdings could decline significantly, because as interest rates rise, bond prices fall. So now you're left with an asset class that offers low returns, heightened interest rate risk, and very little protection against inflation. Which brings us to the question, what if you could get better performance and lower risk without relying on bonds at all? Enter the fixed indexed annuity, or FIA. Now, before you roll your eyes because you've heard Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, or Ken Fisher say never buy an annuity, I want to give you a clear-eyed, evidence-based breakdown of what FIAs are and why they deserve a second look. A fixed index annuity is not a stock market investment, it's an insurance product. It's designed to give you upside potential, downside protection, and, if needed, guaranteed lifetime income. Here's how it works. When you put money into an FIA, you link its growth to the upward movement of a stock market index, like the S&P 500. But instead of investing directly in the market, the insurance company tracks the index and credits you interest based on how the index performs. FIAs come with a cap or participation rate, meaning your gains are limited, but you're guaranteed to never lose money. That's right, you'll never have any losses if the market goes down. So when the market goes up, you earn a portion of that growth. When the market goes down, your return is simply zero. That means no sleepless nights, no wondering if that portion of your portfolio just took a 20% hit. But the question is, how do fixed index annuities compare to bonds? Well, let's look at some numbers. Fixed index annuities have historically delivered returns in the 4 to 7% range net of fees. That compares favorably with bond yields, which in today's environment are hovering around 4%. And when you factor in the possibility of rising interest rates impacting bond prices, that gap could grow even wider. In fact, numerous academic studies have confirmed that when you reach into your portfolio, remove the bonds, and replace them with fixed index annuities, you can increase your return, lower your risk, lower the standard deviation of your entire portfolio, and experience a better outcome over time. Let me say that again, because it's a big deal. When you replace the bonds in your portfolio with fixed index annuities, you're not just getting similar safety, you're actually improving your outcomes across the board. This was corroborated in a groundbreaking study by Roger Ibbotson, a professor emeritus at Yale School of Management and the founder of Ibbotson Associates. His research showed that FIAs outperformed bonds over the same period and provided better risk-adjusted returns. His conclusion? Fixed index annuities can serve as a viable bond alternative, and in many cases, a superior one. Here's why this matters. In retirement, it's not all about rate of return. It's about how consistent that return is. It's about avoiding big losses, especially early in retirement. And it's about creating a portfolio that can deliver income predictably without running out of money. FIAs do that better than bonds in several key ways. Number one, they give you growth without market loss. Bonds can and do lose value. If interest rates spike, bond prices fall. If inflation spikes, bond purchasing power falls. FIAs, by contrast, give you a contractual guarantee that your principal is protected and your returns are based on market-linked interest, not bond price fluctuations. Number two, Many fixed index annuities come with the option to add a guaranteed lifetime income rider. That means you can create a pension-like stream of income that you'll never outlive, something bonds simply can't offer. And number 3, FIAs have low correlation to other asset classes. So when stocks are volatile and bonds are falling, your FIA is sitting there calmly, compounding year after year, creating stability in your portfolio when you need it most. So what's the takeaway here? If you're 5 to 10 years away from retirement or already retired, it's time to reevaluate the role of bonds in your portfolio. Bonds aren't offering the returns they once did. They carry more risk than most people realize, and they may no longer be the best way to reduce volatility or protect your portfolio. Replacing your bonds with fixed index annuities isn't about chasing returns. It's about building a smarter, safer, more efficient retirement strategy, one that increases your return, lowers your risk, reduces your standard deviation, and gives you a better shot at achieving your financial goals. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying you should dump every bond you own tomorrow and throw all your money into an annuity. This needs to be part of a balanced, comprehensive strategy, one that fits your goals, risk tolerance, and timeline. But what I am saying is that today's fixed index annuities are mainstream retirement tools backed by decades of academic research and real-world success. And if you're not at least considering them as a bond alternative, you could be missing out on one of the most powerful safe money strategies available today. If you want to learn more about how to create a bond-free retirement plan that still gives you safety, growth, and guaranteed income, head over to davidmcknight.com and click on the Connect with an Advisor button. I'll connect you with an advisor who's been trained, vetted, and qualified personally by me. If you found this video helpful, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a new episode. And if you have questions or comments, drop them below. I'll do my very best to respond to every single one of them personally. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.